All right. Honky Chonky. That's our next author's name. Honky Chonky. What a name. What a name. No author link this time. So let's just guerrilla warfare. Honky Chonky guerrilla warfare. Who would have thought? And it's an actual plushie. It's an actual gorilla. That gorilla's like, go. You wanna fucking go, mate? Up your class, Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-3092 is to be contained in an empty room equipped with a single compatible power outlet. It is not to be plugged in or stocked with toys unless actively being tested. Testing with SCP-3092 must be pre-approved by at least one level 3 staff member and at least one Foundation agent armed with a net launcher mock tranquilizer rifle. See addendum -1-2 must be present in order to subdue and contain resultant -A instances. -A instances are to be contained individually in standard containment kennels modified with 2 additional locks, at least one of which should be biometrically operated in order to prevent further containment breaches. They are to be provided amenities in exchange for compliant behavior, but none that could serve as tools or aids in an escape attempt. Should one or more -A instances successfully escape containment, a team of agents armed with net launchers, mock tranquilizer rifles, see addendum 1 and 2. I cannot read this while this fucking gorilla plushie was like. Should sweep the site until they are recontained. All personnel should be notified of the situation, be aware of the surroundings, and report any suspicious activity or -A attacks immediately. No plush toys are permitted within 200 meters of any -A instances outside of testing purposes. An instance of -A after being tranquilized during a containment breach. He has a look of like, once this fucking drug is out of my system, I'll get you. I'll get you, I swear. SCP-3092 is a black tie toy brand arcade claw machine measuring 1.8 meters tall. Jesus, that's a big one. 0.8 meters wide and 0.9 meters deep, and weighing approximately 144 kilograms while unstocked. The machine body and mechanical parts are all non-anomalous in nature, primarily composed of steel, plastic, and various electronics, all possessing wear and tear consistent with multiple years of regular usage. Investigation has revealed that SCP-3092 was in usage for 7 years prior to its anomalous properties surfacing. When provided power in coins of valid United States currency, SCP-3092 may be operated as a standard for commercially available claw machines. Its anomalous properties only activate whenever the operator successfully picks up one or more plush toys with the claw and deposits them in SCP-3092's prize chute. At this point, the respective plush toys will immediately transform into an instance of -A. -A instances are cotton stuffed felt plush gorillas, possessing no identifying tags or logos, sitting at roughly 0.3 meters tall and weighing 0.4 kilograms. They are sapient, communicative, and capable of sight, hearing, touch, and ambulation of all 4 limbs. All -A instances identified have been fluent in English. Additionally, they possess notable manual dexterity despite seeming to lack distinct digits and relevant muscular structures. Outside of this, all instances are conventional plush toys lacking any biological components. -A instances are remarkably proficient in various activities related to guerrilla warfare. Such as stealth. I mean, okay, now I have to do a gorilla plushie with war helmet. In the bushes. Yeah, just kind of like I have to. Stealth. I read stealth. Where's stealth? There we go. Stealth, weapon improvisation, trap setting, and the maintenance and usage of a variety of small arms. They also appear to possess ideologies cruelly resembling various real and fictitious guerrilla rebel groups. They are capable of developing and staging complex plans individually or as a group, and regularly attempt to breach containment with limited success. I will be honest with you guys. when I was younger, when I was a wee teen, a wee lad, and somebody, for the first time I heard guerrilla warfare, I did think they actually meant they actually had a bunch of guerrillas at the front lines. Okay, I will admit this is exactly what I thought. They would have guerrillas at the front, give them weapons, like not like guns, but like, you know, like fucking spears, and just let them out there. I legitimately did think that for a hot second, until I learned like, no, that's not what it means. However, thus far, all -A activity appears to have been intended to annoy or inconvenience rather than cause legitimate damage to its targets. All weapons employed by -A instances have been non-lethal in nature, causing only minor injuries. Opportunities to cause severe damage to Foundation assets, such as through arson or the containment breach of other SBU objects, have been ignored in favor of more superficial attacks. Attempts to question -A instances on the subject have failed, with all instances insisting that the attacks are massively damaging with many casualties. Implements and tactics frequently used include slingshots, small catapults, trip hazards, the addendum -3 gravity, killer bombs and buckets or canisters of various liquids placed atop partially open doors. Welcome, Jack. Wow, you said I've got an upgrade. I mean, this is how I usually this is my usual like setup. You also get to meet Henry for the first time. Here's Henry. And also, here's Yoshi. But yes, welcome back. You've missed quite some stuff, but I'm happy for you to have back. But try again with the Discord, because somebody else was able to like join my Discord easily with the link that was down below with that you tried before. Try again, please, if you be so kind, to see if it works this time. But other than that, welcome back. All data instances created by SCP-3092 have thus far possessed distinct personalities, beliefs, objectives, and identities. However, when an instance of SCP-3092 comes into physical contact with a non-anomalous plush toy, that plush toy will immediately be transformed into an identical instance of -A with similar baseline personality, ideology, and behavioral patterns to the -A instances which created it. -A instances appear to be aware of this property and will attempt to make use of it in order to bolster numbers. Many instances will, after being created, attempt to re-enter SCP-3092 in order to convert any applicable toys remaining inside. It's still not working for me. Fuck! -A instances can be ripped, torn, or otherwise damaged with no greater difficulty than a conventional plush toy. Reactions to damage have been universally and melodramatically negative, with instances typically expressing hyperbolic pain or even superficial damage. So, by the way, Jack, just to give you a heads up, I'm now playing Doom Dark Ages on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, in case you want to join us on those days. Severe injuries such as deep punctures or tears to the torso, detachment of limbs, or decapitation will result in death, with instances falling to the ground and ceasing to move. Typically after a long period of exaggerated expression of pain. However, in cases less severe than complete incineration, instances appear to only be playing dead, as repeated disturbance of these corpses will result in them briefly returning in activity and requesting that this disturbance stop, as they are out of the game. Due to this information, as well as -A's lack of nervous system, it is not currently believed that they actually feel pain. We don't know that. Foundation's like, they don't have a nervous system, so they don't feel pain. We don't know if they do. Maybe they magically feel pain. Have you thought about that, Foundation? Repair of sufficient to alleviate instances express pain and death states, and as interpreted by them as medical attention. Currently, 23 instances of -A are contained by the Foundation. God, they got 23 1.8 meter gorilla plushies that would go to war. Recovery. SCP-3092 was retrieved on the 5th, 3rd, 2000 from family restaurant and arcade in Cheyenne, Wyoming, after animal control officers responding to a call there noted anomalous activity. You know what? You're right. I should hydrate, because I had a green chili and jalapenos pizza, and French fries. So definitely feeling the first. I'll have to refill it eventually. Upon Foundation agents arrive to the scene, it's believed that 21 Dash A instances has been created through both SCP-3092 and their own duplication properties in restaurants. And restaurant facilities were considerably defaced. After killing several aggressive instances with small arms fire, the remaining instances surrendered to Foundation officials and were contained along with SCP-3092 after it was determined as source of anomalous activity. Civilians present were amnesticized and a cover story of an escaped pet chimpanzee was distributed. Addendum 1. On the 5th, 18th, 2000, one Dash A instance initiated a containment breach and fled via an adjacent hallway. Agent Megan Cho, noticing this activity while standing guard outside SCP containment chamber, fired on the instance with the tranquilizer rifle she was armed with. Curiously, she suspected appeared to pass out, falling to the ground and ceasing all activities besides occasional twitches. Subject appeared to pass out, falling to the ground and ceasing all activities besides occasional twitches and mocked snoring. Dash A instances are not otherwise known to possess a regular sleep cycle. Yeah, makes sense. Subject was recontained without incident and awoke several hours later. Due to the increased effectiveness and lowered risk over net launches of firearms, it is recommended that Foundation agents use tranquilizer weapons in the recontainment of Dash A instances in the future. I just realized I do miss having Silver Veil on top, walking around. Tomorrow we're gonna reactivate her. It's been a while. Addendum 2. After testing, it has been determined that any weapon firing feather-tipped pneumatic darts is sufficient to induce a sleep state in Dash A, regardless of whether said dart is actually loaded with tranquilizers. Oh. Placebo tranquilizers. The fucking like scene from Madagascar. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. In the sunshine, sprinkling with dew, sprinkling with dew. Like the aforementioned death state, is believed that this sleep state is performative on Dash A's part. To minimize the potential for collateral damage to Foundation personnel, mock tranquilizer rifles should be used in place of actual tranquilizers. Oh, I just now realized I forgot to do something. Where are you? There you go. To minimize the potential for collateral damage to Foundation personnel, mock tranquilizer rifles should be used in place of actual tranquilizers. Yes. Addendum 3. On the 6th, 9th, 2002, Dash A instances simultaneously escaped containment and fled through the building ventilation system before setting up a tripwire in the office of Dr. Martin Helmer, intending for him to trip, fall, and land face first on a pillow with a crude insult written on it. Now I'm just imagining them like Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Donkey Kong Country just running away, rolling around. However, upon entering his office, Dr. Helmer tripped, fell, hit his shoulder against a bookshelf, and suffered a fractured collarbone. An injury much more severe than any induced by prior to Dash A containment breaches. Upon discovering this, both instances immediately expressed remorse, informed other Foundation officials of the situation, was compliant in recontainment. Oh, that's so nice. The gorilla plushes were like, oh no. And the other Foundation members are like, what the fuck? Hey, how did Dash A breach out? What? Oh shit! Hey man, what happened to you? Ah! Okay. Those two gorillas, they told us you were here. It's because of them that I don't even like this, man. The province investigation revealed that the several amenities within this instance's cells have been converted into gifts and apology cards intended for Dr. Helmer. That's very sweet. Further breaches by Dash A instances have not been in order to employ trip hazards of any sort. That's very sweet of them. Very kind that they decided to make gifts. Be like, Caesar, sorry. What? Will not do. Planet of the Apes. So, okay, thanks. Plushy gorilla. We appreciate the gesture. We appreciate that he didn't try to escape and, you know, ensure. Well, yeah, yeah, true. You're right. I forgot that it's part of a claw. Well, doesn't it say it's? It doesn't say it's a claw machine, right? It says that it's a prize from a claw machine. So it's not a claw machine in itself. Why is the side so slow today? I'm going to sleep. Bye. The Af was with you, Casabon, and see you tomorrow for the 3100s. Why? It does. So here it says, yeah. No, you're right. You're right, mechanic. SCP 3092 is a claw machine. Dash A are all the stuffed gorillas, the gorilla plushies. Yeah. I was so hyper focused on the gorilla plushie, I completely ignored the claw machine. You're correct. You're absolutely correct. And Henry. Wise words. Indeed, wise words. Henry has spoken. Alright, next one, let's go.